Welcome to Win the Day from Back to the Bible. I'm your coach, Pastor Nat, and today we're going to talk about the burden of traditions. Traditions and customs are wonderful. What traditions do you have in your life or your family? Our family has some that are very, unique. For example, on Christmas, we eat oysters and eggs for brunch. Why? I have yet to find a better answer than we just do it, it's tradition. But traditions and customs can also be very burdensome and unnecessary. Ask my kids about the oysters and eggs. But there is a great biblical example in John chapter 4. Jesus leaves Judea to let John continue his ministry and is heading for Galilee. He and his disciples pass through Samaria and stop for a rest. And it's at Jacob's well he does the unthinkable. What exactly does Jesus do? Let's pick it up in the story in John chapter 4, verse 6. Jacob's well was there. So Jesus, wearied as he was from his journey, was sitting beside the well. It was about the 6th hour. A woman from Samaria came to draw water. Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink," for his disciples had gone away into the city to buy food. The Samaritan woman said to him, "How is it that you, a Jew, ask for a drink from me, a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with Samaritans." Jesus answered her, "If you knew the gift of God, and who it is that is saying to you, 'Give me a drink,' you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." According to Judaism, you have to avoid unclean things. Samaritans were unclean. They were a kind of half-breed of Jews and Gentiles. Now, though fully God, Jesus is also fully human and needs rest. So here it is about noon, and Jesus stops for a water break while the disciples go into town to get some food. Here, a Samaritan woman comes out at one of the hottest points of the day. Often the women would venture to the well in the morning and in the evening in groups. But notice, she is coming at noon and she is alone. Why? Well, she had a backstory that was scandalous. She would suffer the heat without suffering the ridicule. Well, here, Jesus does the unthinkable. He breaks the custom of avoiding Samaritans, the unclean ones. He breaks the tradition of not talking to women. In the culture at the time of this writing, men did not talk to women in public. Even husbands did not talk to their wives. Jesus is even willing to use her own utensil for drawing the water. Think about this. Jesus would touch the leper. They would be clean. Jesus came to heal, not just the body, but the soul. Jesus came to seek and save the lost. He doesn't care about unnecessary customs or traditions or human limitations. The Samaritan woman, she is shocked by his behavior and now his offer. Jesus says, if you knew who you were talking to, you wouldn't worry about that well water. You'd ask me for the thing that your soul longs for most, peace with God. Jesus was willing to break the man-made customs and traditions that were unnecessary and frankly burdensome. So here's my challenge for you today. Break the unnecessary customs that prevent you from loving people well. Break the unnecessary traditions that prevent you from reaching the lost. We avoid people in certain places or from certain backgrounds. We do this because we don't like them or because we're afraid of what people will think about us. But Jesus came to seek. That means to go to and pursue the lost no matter the cost. We need to do the same. When we do this, we will win the day.